It's Melony Hill, life transition coach, author, and mental health advocate. You've probably seen me around the mental health industry. The last 2 years or so, I've been helping others, coaching, trying to help people find their place. But before that, I had a whole different personality, a whole different life, a whole different everything. In fact, I even had a whole different set of goals. I found that in the last 2 years, as I decided that I wanted to be someone else, it really started with the mind. Like, I kept thinking, if I want to change my life, I have to go do this. I have to go create this big change, this big movement. And then I realized that I just had to decide what I wanted. Have you ever felt stuck? You ever felt like your past just prevented you from having the future that you wanted? Like, have you ever felt like people were going to talk about you so bad if you went out and decided to be as big as you knew you were supposed to be? Like, if you shined as bright as you knew you were meant to, then there was just someone waiting to come and reveal that you were a fraud, an imposter, that you didn't deserve your life, right? I used to feel like that. I used to know that I was meant for something bigger, but because I was stuck in the mentality, in the mindset of this is what I've had, so this is what I have, and this is all I'll ever be, I was really stuck there. You know, before I became award-winning author, life coach, mental health advocate, I was just plain old Melony. And Melony came from a background of trauma and stress and domestic violence and low self-esteem. Melony didn't like herself very much. Melony ended up in all types of situations that people judged her for. People looked down on her. And when she decided that she was no longer going to live by that story, that she was going to be who she knew she was meant to be, people told her she would never reach those goals because she didn't deserve them. They said, we know where you come from. And where you come from, you shouldn't even be trying to be visible. You shouldn't even try to show anybody that you're capable of more. Because as soon as you do, they're going to knock you down. And for a long time, I believed that. I believed that I was just the molested child. I was just the abused and neglected child. I was just the STD-infected, dirty woman that no man could ever love. I was just this poor piece of gutter trash. And I called myself that. I allowed others to treat me like that. And then one day I woke up and I realized that the only way my life was going to change is if I decided that it was going to change. And it didn't mean that this magic thing was going to happen. And like people were just going to suddenly respect me. Or the world was going to suddenly bend to my will. But it meant that I had to have a consistent effort towards my new goals, even if they seemed impossible. I remember when I said that I wanted to publish a book and I wanted to become someone that people could look up to. And people told me that once I stopped being a whore, that I would never be anything else because that's all I had to offer. And for years, like I worked hard against that, to just not be seen as the whore. But I wasn't working towards my real goals and purpose, which was to help others. I was so busy trying to validate myself through my efforts that I couldn't even focus on really being effective to helping others, which was my real purpose. But when I decided that that had to be my focus, everything changed. Everything changed. I realized that I no longer had to live in a life of it's better than what I had, but in a life of abundance, because that's what I was created for. And that it was on me to create the life that I desired and deserved. No one else could tell me what I deserved. I had to believe it. And then I had to go get it. And so I went out and I decided I was going to publish a book. And then within 6 months, I had published 7 books. You know, I just kept pushing and pushing and pushing. And when I looked up in a year and a half, I had published 8 books, me, 14 other people, published authors, and had launched these coaching programs that were changing lives. I launched my Rediscover Your Reclaim Your Life program. And I've watched women from across the country find themselves again, some of them for the first time. As a result of my journal-based life transition coaching program, women have been able to rebalance, to break through the stigma and stereotypes associated with their past, to put aside the barriers that they've allowed to keep them from being who they were meant to be. Women have left careers and bad marriages. They've returned to school. They found freedom. They've gotten the job that they dreamed of because they finally believed they deserved it. It's not enough to just have better than you've had. Better than you've had is not what was meant for you. It wasn't meant for any of us. We were all created to live in abundance. Abundance was meant for you. But you can't have it as long as you play small. You can't have it as long as you allow others to tell you who you are. You can't have it until you can visualize it, until you can dream it, until you can believe that it's yours. Sometimes we need help getting there. I did. I invite you to join me on a 12-week program to rediscover you and reclaim your life and become the person you were meant to be, the person you've always wanted to be, the person you've stuffed down inside because it wasn't societally accepted. You want to be somebody different. You know you are, but you're waiting for permission to be her. You're waiting for someone to validate that it's okay. Only you can do that. Rediscover you and reclaim your life is for the woman who's tired of being tired. It's for the woman who wants to be free, who wants to break free of everything that she's been told is the right thing to do and do the things that she has desired for so long. What are you putting to the side? What are you waiting for? What do you think you can't do until the kids get out of school? Until you find the right person to do it with? Everybody doesn't have your vision. They don't have your dreams. Everyone can't go along for the ride. But you have to get started. You have to. You're tired. I know I was. There comes a time when you just have to stop settling. And you have to fight for what you want as much as you fight for everyone else around you. Rediscover you. Reclaim your life. Be the person you were meant to be. I love to help you get there. Registration is now open. It's a 12-week program. If you have questions, I love to answer them for you. If you're ready to sign up, I love to help you. Remember, I'm stronger than my struggles, and you are too.